Parker. I'm the author of Get the Life You Love Now, and this video is all about some amazing scientific facts that will change your life. So over to my assistants, Indy.
Hi, I'm Indy, and I'm going to tell you about science. Did you know that in 2011, scientists discovered that if you're happy, you get to live an extra 10 years! Woohoo!
This is another of our researchers, Sienna. When we ask Sienna to talk about chocolate, naturally she starts to think about chocolate. And this makes her happy. When we ask Sienna to start to think instead about homework, she starts to think these kind of thoughts, and this makes her sad.
If Sienna is unfortunate enough to have pain,
Ow!
then every time someone talks about pain to her, or she thinks about pain, she actually triggers the pain processing centers in her brain, which make it much more likely for her to experience pain. So again, both as patients and doctors, we need to be really careful of our language, because our words make a difference.
In a famous drugs trial, one group of people was given a pill full of chemotherapy. As a result of eating it, they lost all their hair. That wasn't a big surprise. What was a big surprise was in this trial there was a control group. In the control group they were also given a pill, but the pill was full of absolutely nothing. It was a placebo. When they took this pill, which they thought was chemotherapy, an interesting thing happened. 30% of them lost all their hair too.
This shows the extraordinary power of beliefs in action. In another fascinating experiment, students were asked a set of questions. The first set of questions involved questions relating to the state of Florida and other things as well. Then they moved to a second room and they were timed to see how long it took them to get to this second room. The second group of students were asked questions that had nothing to do with Florida at all, and then they were timed to see how long it took them to get to the second room. They got there much quicker. This is known as the Florida effect. Because Florida in American culture is related to the elderly, they reckon that the students walked slower just as a result of this connection.
So there we have it. We can see in these 4 fascinating experiments the underpinning of the science behind the Get the Life You Love Now concept. We can see that our beliefs directly affect our health and happiness. We can see our levels of happiness affect how long we live. We can notice the conversations we have inside our head and with other people influence which parts of our brain are switched on and switched off. And all these things are what's important for us to deal with if we want to have a great life, because we swim constantly in pretty crappy conversations that don't help us. We need to find a way to deal with this in a positive and proactive way. This book delivers all these things. So I hope you've enjoyed this interesting and humorous start to looking at the science behind Get the Life You Love. Take some of this away with you, and if you're interested in having more of a fantastic life, then hey, read the book. You take care now. Bye.
Thank you, Sienna. Thank you, Indy.
I'm going to have an extra 10 years!